Some celebs pull up loco. You know we up next, pull up mofos. They don't be there on repeat, they're like, oh no. Where's the mix it up, let's take a photo now. Photo now. For now, I'm loco. For now, preserve the beat, I'm more loud. I said I'm more loud, I'm more loud.
Big up yourself, big up the whole Metric community. Smash the likes. You know we're always here, man. We always show up, man. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, we're gonna get into the latest Man United news. Obviously, Ruben's come out and done the presser. So we said a few things. We got some injury news, etc. We're gonna get into the lot, man. So don't watch nothing. Let me just set this phone up so if anything comes true whilst we're streaming, I can see it straight away and we know what's going on. So yeah, my peoples, man. I hope everyone's good, man. Let me know what you lot think. I was at the Newcastle game. So since the Newcastle game, I haven't been on. You get it like that. So a lot of people haven't seen me. I just done my little 10-minute videos there and there. So let's get into the news. I'm going to share my screen and show you lot exactly what's going on. And then we get into it straight away. So we got all these talks about Zirkzee and it's just gone bananas. Belieber and all of these guys. So cool, I'm going to start from, where should I start from? Cool, let's go from here. Cool, let me share it. Where is it? Bam. So here we go now. Boom, yeah. Why is my thing lit? I've got the background like I'm about to do a watch along or something. Let me change the background and get it Man United off. It's crazy. Keep it Christmassy. All right, cool. Let's get it now. So boom now. This is what we had the other day about Manu Kone. We had all these reports. This is Boxing Day. Just after the Newcastle game, we've had a lot of reports about him. Apparently, he's going to join us in summer. And then what's crazy is yesterday, we had a report basically saying that Christopher Vivell scouted Manu Kone for Chelsea when he was there. So remember, Christopher Vivell was at Chelsea first. So he was scouting my man from early. He rates him. So I'm going to show you some more stuff about Kone anyway. Don't watch nothing. And then we had Maguire's closing in. So he should be back. But obviously, Ruben's come out today. And I don't think Ruben has said anything about Maguire being back ASAP, basically. I think it's still a thing where he's not going to make the Wolves game. Maybe he makes the Leeds or the Burnley one. Ornstein spoke about a few things, etc. And let me get into the Zirkzee stuff. That's the Kone stuff there. Look at this. Vivell loves Kone. Chelsea are interested in Manu Kone. This is in 2023 when Christopher Vivell was there. You got what I'm trying to say? And Nathan Gissings is reliable. Man, if you know Nathan Gissings, he's serious. And he was telling the man already, look, in 2023, when Vivell was over there, that they wanted Kone. And now Vivell's over here. He's pre Kone. We want a midfielder, someone for cheap. So it could be a one that we look at, bro. Because all these talks he's going to sign for us. I think his contract is running out as well. So I don't know what's going on. But, boy, we might just go and get him, boy. We'll see. We'll see what happens with him. So that's that anyways. This is just some old school news. Like I said, I'm gonna get to the date and then I'll show you like the new bomber, etc. We have some stuff about Belieber. Fabrizio's still saying, bro, he's still the #1. I know you lot are hearing about these other names, these Andersons and these Whartons, but Belieber's still the #1. So no matter what that anyone's trying to throw out there, he's letting us know he's still the one that they want. He's been balling out for his country anyway. When it comes to Cameroon, he's definitely balling out. It's like people are saying he hates Brighton or something. So it is what it is anyway. That's what he said about that. Internally, United has not stopped discussing him, blah, blah, blah. And then he spoke about Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich was trying to chat to Belieber. Then they just got the thing that, listen, this guy just wants to go to Man United. He doesn't want to leave England. He wants to go to Man United. They dropped it out. They said it's a myth. We're not even going to bother going over there. So that's a boost overall for us because he's letting it be known he doesn't want to leave there. And last summer, he wanted to go to United. We're still in contact with his camp. We're still letting them know, yo, we want you, don't worry, da-da-da-da-da. It's just about Brighton probably lowering the price. That's all it is. So we'll see what happens. We have the stuff about Ruben Neves. Fabrizio was obviously telling us that he's offered himself to Real Madrid. And he's told us that, listen, Man United spoke to his agent. His agent is Lenny Euro's agent. George Mendes. He's everyone's agent. Lenny Euro, Ugarte. So we spoke to his agent about Neves. and a few other players as well. We don't know who the other players is, but he's a super agent. He deals with loads of players. So it might not just be for Neves. It could be for other players. Do you know what I mean? And then he offered himself to Real Madrid. Real Madrid apparently rejected it. We've got this stuff about Keith Smith. Where's the stuff about Zirkzee? Let me get into the Zirkzee stuff, and then I'll come back to majority of this. Don't worry, guys. Smash the likes, my peoples, man. So yesterday night, we had a bomber. And if you watch my 10-minute videos, every night I do a 10-minute video just updating you lot with the latest Manchester news of the day. So if you watched the last night's 10-minute video, you would have seen that they made a bid for him, basically. Roma came out, made a bid for Joshua Zirkzee for a loan / obligation, blah, blah, blah. Let me get into the proper article. There you go, right here, bam. Fabrizio Romano. Man United have received an official bid from Roma for Joshua Zirkzee through agents. It is a loan with potential obligation to buy. Roma have an agreement with Zirkzee. He is ready to join them. It all depends on United. So Roma and Zirkzee, finito. They're already, yeah, we want to give you 130k a week, no problem. Hands already shaken. They want to make it obligated. This is what the Italian clubs are doing. They can't afford to buy them out rip. So what they do is they do these little loans and they make it obligation through certain things like Champions League, etc. And that's what's going on with Højlund. Højlund's in the same position as Zirkzee, where he's gone to where's he gone again? Napoli. He's gone to Napoli. If they make Champions League, Højlund will become obligation. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So this is the situation. It's the same thing with, that's what they're trying to do basically. Just make it obligation if they make like Champions League or he plays like 10 games, etc. But he's their #1 target. They've been looking at him for ages. West Ham won him as well. I think someone else have been looking at him, but he wants to go to Roma. He was killing it in that league. That's where he likes to be, etc. And Roma's doing kind of well in that league as well. From the last I checked, they were in the top 4 battle anyway. So it's looking very likely. But that's one of them leagues where you just never know where it will end. Oh, look, they're out of there now. This is where Roma is now. So it looks like, look, but it's very close. When you look at that league, look, Roma's on 30 points. Juventus is on 32. Napoli's on 34. Milan's on 35. Inter's on 36. So they're all very close to each other. It's not like our league where Villa is 10 points from us and they're third. Villa's 10 points from us and they're third. And then you got Arsenal like what? 12 points clear. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like they're proper close. 6. That's one draw and a loss, and you're literally 6th or 5th. Crazy. So it is where it is, man. That's looking like it's gonna be the situation with Zirkzee. Zirkzee looking like he's off. He's a goner. Like he's not really rated over here. He knows they don't really want him. He only really got to play them 2 games because Sesko was injured and Cunha was injured. Crystal Palace, and I can't remember the other one that he started. But yeah, like, he's not really wanted, bro. It's never really happened for him. Let's be real. Do you know what I'm saying? I like Zirkzee as well, but that performance, I was at the game the other day as well, the Newcastle game. I was there, live. And he had the crowd going mad. Like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? He didn't even care. And it seems like he's down in tools. That's what people were saying. They were saying he's down in tools because he's on his way out. And then when you look at how the Roma thing is going crazy, he's already got an agreed personal terms with them. He's got an agreement with them. You might start thinking these things like he doesn't want to be here. He wants to go. He wants to get his spot for the World Cup, which is obviously makes sense. But bro, give it all you can give it. But maybe he doesn't want to get injured. Maybe he said it's like, I don't want to get injured and then mess up my move. But as you can see anyway, it's an official bid that's gone through. It went through last night. They're waiting, and we're basically saying, apparently, we're waiting to see AFCON. So we're saying, listen, you got to wait till the middle of January when AFCON is finished. Bring our attackers back, especially right now with all these injuries. We've got Mainu injured. He's like the closest defensive player that can still be attacking, Mainu. Then we got Bruno. Mount is a question mark. We don't know if Mount's injured. This is what we're saying. Like, there's so much players that you don't know if they're available or not. So you have to kind of keep him in the pipeline just in case. So AFCON, these players come back. 18th of January is the latest day that AFCON can go on to. That is literally the final. So I think they will do a deal them sort of times. If they might say to Roma, you know what, we accept it, but it has to only be ruled on the 18th of January. That might be the situation. So who knows what's going to happen, man? But it seems like he's run his race, and they're saying, listen, we messed up with that one. They're taking it on the chin, and they're saying, yeah, it's a myth. Do you know what I'm saying? And if you look at it, this is the chart for AFCON. As you can see, Africa Cup of Nations, 18th of January is the last game. So 18th of January is the last game. So by that time, say like the 20th, 21st, 23rd, the guys should be back. Ahmad and all of these guys should be back in town. And then, boom, you could probably go then. But until then, I think he's not going to go nowhere, man. Why would they make him go and then just sit down there and give ourselves a headache to go and find someone and overpay? So look at that, 18th of January, Ahmad and Mbeumo. If they get to the final, remember, if they get to the final, they miss the Man City game. 18th of January. That's Ivory Coast and Cameroon. And then if they don't, you might come back and make the Brighton game or etc. But you should be back for the Arsenal game, 100%. But so that's the situation, man. We'll see what happens with that one there. But Zirkzee looks like this guy's on his way out. I'll be real. And I don't think anybody's going to sit there and think. But it seems even the money that we're kind of getting for him is saying 35 million. I think it was 40 million, 35. That's not too bad when you look at it, because we got him for 34 million. We got him for 34 million. It might have been up to 40 when it comes to, and I think it was 34 million, but we paid a little bit over because it's release clause. But bro, to get like a 30 million back, come on, man. You've lost out on what, 5, 6, 7 million. That's not too bad, especially how we've been moving recently. So that's what my man said. Fabrizio came out and said that yesterday about Joshua Zirkzee. He said that, listen, it's up to the management of the club and Ruben Amorim. It's up to them. They don't want him. Ruben Amorim doesn't want him. The management's probably going to have to take this on the chin and say, yeah, we got an L. We got Zirkzee. That's not someone we should have got. It didn't work out, no problem. Let's try to recoup as much money as we can and then keep it moving. But we've got too much injuries. If we never had no injuries, 1st of January is gone. But we got too much injuries where it's not going to make any sense. And you're going to put yourself in a position where you overspend on someone. You saw what happened to Omar Mamouche. They had to pay 70 million to get him, and now they're trying to sell him again. Man City. Like, it doesn't make any sense. So we'll see what happens, man. But so that's what happened with Zirkzee yesterday. And then we had this talks as well. Look at this from Alfredo. So 40 million. I just said 30. 40 million is about 34 million pounds. That's more or less what we got him for. Alfredo's an Italian journalist. And this is what he said about it. He said, Zirkzee's already considering his time at Manchester United a closed chapter. Zirkzee has agreed to the terms of his move to Roma in January. However, he will have to wait until after AFCON. What did I just say to you guys? When Brian and Mbeumo and Ahmad return, providing Ruben Amorim with additional attacking options. Man United insist they will only accept a permanent deal for Zirkzee to raise funds for future transfers. Roma could offer an obligation to buy at the end of the season, with the whole deal set to be worth 40 million euros. We basically bought him for 40 million euros. So we will be getting all our money back. But just like I said to you, it's a crazy thing where it's like, why would we let him go now when we don't need to? So we might tell Roma, listen, we're willing to sanction it. Let's just wait for our guys to come back. Ahmad and Mbeumo could leave that a bit earlier. They could get kicked out of the competition. I just showed you the competition that it was thing. This is when they're meant to be back. They've got 18th of January is the final, but they might not make the final. You got what I'm trying to say to you? They might not make the final, so they could come back a little bit earlier and then we rush the deal then. 10th of January, you get Zirkzee, no problem. But bro, we're not going to put ourselves in a position where we're hanging. So that's the situation, man. We would only accept a permanent deal for Zirkzee to raise future funds. Roma could offer an obligation to buy at the end of the season with a whole deal worth 40 million euros. So Fabrizio said they've made the bid. And this is Roma. This is Alfredo basically saying that Zirkzee's chapter at Manchester United is finito. It's closed. Forget about it. And the way you're seeing him play as well, he's not playing recently like he wants to be there. He's playing like he wants to get his move and get out of here as soon as possible. So we'll see what happens. Let me show you lot now. From this, obviously, this has happened. And then we've got links. We've had links already about Semenyo. That went out the way. You can tell he wants to go to Man City. And then obviously we had Yandy Amande. He might have been the replacement for Semenyo. When them talks have gone, yo, that's going to be a summer thing because he's going to be about 87 million. And then now we've got talks of a new geezer now. Vivell knows well, apparently. And look at this. We'll get into it now. So we've got this kid now, Toure Bezumana. And there's all the talks about him now. He's getting linked with Yan Diamande. They're in all the stats together. Everything that you see, they're together. So we've got this link. We've got other ones as well. Don't get it twisted. Manchester United have launched an inquiry into Hoffenheim's winger, Bazumana Toure. Hoffenheim won't accept less than 45 million. Other Premier League giants are also interested. Apparently, Arsenal's involved as well. I just can't see where he plays for Arsenal because Arsenal play with wingers. They've got about 6 wingers. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I don't know where he plays there. They've got Nwaneri and these guys that are not even playing games. So how can they go out there and get another winger? But he's 19 years old. So it could be a thing where they get him and keep him in, I don't know, what, an academy or something? I don't know what they might do with him. But we are linked with this guy. And like I said, there's other links I'm going to show you lot in a minute. This is just one source. I'm just checking where they are. They're doing kind of well in the Bundesliga. 27 points. They're 5th at the moment. Europa. I don't think they've played. Did they play thing last season? Europa? I don't think they've played. No, Frankfurt must have been in there. I don't think they've played any sort of Europe in a long time. So look at that. My man's in there. He's playing with them. And I don't know what he's been up to. Is he injured? Is he not? Oh, I think he's gone to AFCON now. And he's gone to AFCON. He plays for Ivory Coast. So he's with Ahmad. He's with Yan Diamande. And he's there. This is what I'm saying to you. 19 years old. And look how much positions he's played. Left wing, attacking mid, right wing, left mid, right mid, left wing back. He's already played wing back. You understand? So he's meant to be the guy, man. And he's young. He's 19. And apparently we're looking at him. So let's see what's going on. Like I said, this is just one source. That's Ekrem Kona. He's saying 45 million. Man United have launched an inquiry of Inter. I've never heard of him. I don't know what he's on. So I've done a bit of research, which I'll show you lot now. And he's being linked with all of the top teenagers out there, basically. The most successful dribbles out of under 21s. Bahoya, Pardo, Bazuma Toure, Diamande, and Yildiz. And remember, we're looking at Diamande already, but he's 87 million. Would this be a situation when we go, let's go for someone a little bit cheaper? Do you know what I'm saying? 87 million, he's 45 million euros. He's in the same caliber. Exciting wingers. They've been my favorites to watch. Under 21. He's 19 years old. And you know what Ineos do already. And this is the Arsenal aggregate page. So Arsenal are getting linked with him as well. Arsenal and Man United are keeping a close watch on Hoffenheim, Bazumana Toure. The 19-year-old Hoffenheim Hamabi earlier this year has made 29 appearances against all competitions, 8 assists, 2 goals, 19 years old. So I don't know, man. It's a weird one, bro. I don't know if we're going to go for the shoot. Like I said, I'm just bringing you lot what man's seen out there. Look at this. He's in there. Everything that you're seeing with all the top ballers, the Yan Diamande, the most progressive carries. This is what you need from a wing-back. Progressive carries. 51 from Diamande. Elise, 23. Sorry, 49. 23 is his age. 49. Poku, 46. Nusa, Leipzig, 43. And then you got Bazuma Toure, 42. This isn't the whole of the Bundesliga. This is where he's ranking. So he's with it. Do you understand? He's the youngest on that list as well. Literally. I don't think there's another. Yeah, only Mala is 19 on there as well. But look at that. He's doing what he needs to do, man. So he could be an option for the wing-back role or the attacking role. If we carry on playing this 4-2-3-1, he could be a left wing or right wing or whatever. So he's up there with Diamande. And that's what you want to see. You want to see us getting linked to players that have got little things going on. Look, he's getting... Remember, he's at Ivory Coast as we speak with Ahmad and Diamande. But he's the younger version. So they probably just chill out on the bench. He's not having his time yet. So they're even comparing him with Diamande. You know what I'm saying? And look at him. He's the one in green. So they're saying he's got a bit more non-penalty goals. Apart from non-penalty goals and carrying, he's got a bit more to his game than Diamande is what it's saying. And he's meant to be younger. So it's crazy, man. We'll see what happens, man. I don't know this Keezer, but he seems like he's an exciting winger where we're getting linked with him. You know what I'm trying to say? And he's getting, from time you're getting compared to ballers, because this Diamande guy, I've watched him play. He looks like a good player. I've only watched him once. I'm not going to get too mad, but his comps look all right. And he's with everything Diamande's with, and he's getting linked with Manchester United. And you know what Vivel does already. Everyone knows Vivel loves the Bundesliga. He tries to get the little gems out there. We're linked with Stiller because of the Bundesliga. We got Sesko because of the Bundesliga. And then now we're linked with a guy from Hoffenheim. from the Bundesliga. You know what I'm saying? So it is where it is. We'll see what happens. Man United have launched an inquiry, 45 million euros, and then the Arsenal aggregate page has said the same thing today about the same situation, that Man United and Arsenal are keeping a close eye on him. But I just can't see Arsenal. I can't see Arsenal going out there and getting anyone right now. Because if you look at Arsenal's squad, how much wingers they've actually got. They've got so much wingers that people are, their fans are starting to complain. Like, where's Nwaneri? Like, look how much wingers they've got that can play on the wing. You got Jesus, who could play on the wing, but we ain't going to count him. Let's just count the ones that do play on the wing. Trossard, 1. Martinelli, 2. Nwaneri, 3. Madueke, 4. Saka, 5. Eze, 6. And then you got Dalman, who is injured. But that's 6 players that play on the wing. I'm not even counting Jesus. So you've already got 6 players. Some are unhappy. I heard Eze hasn't come off the bench in the last 2 games. I don't know if it's true or not. Nwaneri definitely hasn't come off the bench. And they're having little, why is he not playing, etc. So, come on, bro. Why are you going to go out there and get another winger? It's not going to make any sense. So I can't see it happening. Let's see. Look. Yeah, Eze hasn't come off the bench. Eze hasn't come off the bench in the last 2 games. So where's Madueke? Madueke either. Even Madueke hasn't come off the bench. This is what I'm saying. They've got so much players. Look, unused. Nwaneri, Eze, and Madueke are unused subs against Brighton. Let's see against the team before that. Who did they play? Crystal Palace. Yeah, that was a cup game though. But I'll still look at it. Let's still look at it. See what I'm saying? So I don't think Arsenal's in any talks with any. Oh, they would have been in the Semenyo race. This is what I say about it. Look at this. So who started that one there? Madueke and Martinelli. Eze hasn't come off the bench. Was he even on the bench? Eze wasn't even on the bench. Oh, he did play. He started actually. Yeah, he did play. Maybe it's the 2 Premier League games and they're saying that for. But yeah, bro, they've got too much wingers, man. So I can't see him going to Arsenal. It seems like it's us and Arsenal in that race. If it is a race and if it is going on. And yeah, it's a myth. Do you know what I'm saying? I can't see them going. They got too much wingers, bro. Look how much wingers they got. Yeah, that's what they meant. Eze hasn't came off the bench for the 2 Premier League games, as you can see. So he didn't come off the bench for this game as well against Everton. But he played against Crystal Palace. So I don't know, man. But we'll see what happens, man. So we'll see what happens with him. Bazumana Toure. Go and watch his comps and see what's going on. But he's linked with us. He's linked with Arsenal as well. 45 million euros. Other Premier League giants are also interested. And we've launched an inquiry, apparently. But he's on all the good metrics. He's with all the ballers. He's with all the young, skillful kids. And he's played left wing back already. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's already played that position. So it is where it is. We'll see what happens with that one, man. Let me know what you lot think in the comments, man, in the chat. Let me know what you lot think. I'll get into the rest of the news and I'll get a few of these comments in a second. Yeah? So this is the stuff about my man. And then we're going to get into who's this now? Rasmus Højlund. I consider Rasmus Højlund as potentially one of the best strikers in the... Oh, this is someone talking about him. No way. I thought, what? Rasmus Højlund, the best striker of the thing. That's crazy. So you got Dorgu and Heaven. Obviously, they've made the team of the week, etc. Wow. Nothing too mad. Let me show you a bit more news on this. So this is the keys that I've just showed you lot. And then obviously, this is some stuff about Wharton now. So look at this. Real Madrid sent a club scout to attend the game yesterday for Crystal Palace versus Tottenham. So they had a club scout there. The focus of the scouting was Mark Guy, Adam Wharton, and Mickey van der Ven. So they were scouting all 3 of them. Remember, they're trying to get Mark Guy on a free, apparently. Yeah, they're trying to get him on a free over there at Real Madrid. Adam Wharton, they've been looking at him heavy as well. Madrid have been linked with him for ages. So they might end up going for him. Mickey van der Ven, would they go for him? How much would they have to pay Tottenham? I'm sure he's not on the last bit of his contract or nothing. So I don't know. But apparently they were scouting him, scouting them. So this could be a something for the Wharton situation. Because, bro, we all know already that the realness. If you're in there with Real Madrid, any sort of race is peak. The only time we got the W on them was for Euro. You know what I'm saying? And we paid a little bit extra. They were trying to get him on the low and for literally for free. So we got to keep it 100, man, and we got to keep it real, man. How are we gonna make it happen, bro? I don't think the Wharton thing. Wharton, there's been a lot of talks about him. He only wants Champions League. Liverpool want a DM. City want a DM. United want a DM. Tottenham need a DM that passes forward. Apparently, they're not gonna trigger Paulina's contract or whatever. Remember, he's on a loan and they've got a buy option. They're not going to buy him for real. They're just going to let him go back and go for Wharton. So we need to get Champions League, bro. You get Champions League, you get the pick of the litter. You get to say, you know what, I want da-da-da-da-da-da, and then your first choice. It happened with Delap. It happened with Gyökeres. You saw it. If we got Champions League, we would have been able to make these steps. So it is where it is, man. According to this thing anyway, Real Madrid was there yesterday. They was at the game praying. Wharton's been on their list. I've been seeing Adam Wharton to Real Madrid. They've been watching him for a minute. So he might be one. But then again, they've been watching him for a minute and they've been watching Stiller as well. So they can go for whatever one. Stiller's obviously going to be the cheaper version. It's crazy. And when you look at it, bro, they've lost Eze. They're probably going to lose Guy maybe in January. Maybe. What's Liverpool going to offer in January? They might offer something stupid, 25 million, because he leaves for free in June for Guy. So it's crazy. And then you've got Wharton. Wharton's the last one left. Obviously, we know that's not going to happen in January unless you overpay. But you could go out there and do something. So you could still go out there and buy him. So we'll see. So this is a kind of blow. If we're looking at getting Wharton, Real Madrid in there, we don't want to go band for band with them. I don't think any team wants to go band for band with Real Madrid for a player. It's long. You know what I'm saying? So that's the situation with Wharton. I'll show you a bit of this is some of the injury stuff. And the potential injury return dates is following. Mason Mount is meant to be back for the home game, which we're playing tomorrow against Wolves. He's meant to be, but you just never know. And is he going to be fit enough? Is he going to be able to play a half? You just don't know with him. Bruno Fernandes back in January. He's meant to be back before the derby. Obviously, the derby is on the 17th, I think it is. And then you've got Kobe Mainoo, who's meant to be back either this game against Wolves or January the 4th against Leeds. But obviously, I've just seen Amorim's presser, which I'm going to show you in a second. He said that he doesn't think he's going to be, he doesn't think he's back yet. So I'm going to show you in a second what's going on anyway. But Bruno Fernandes, he's due to, he's obviously on that list there. That's who we need back the most. I'll be real. We need Bruno back ASAP. Because you could just see, like, even when you look at the stills of the game, it's crazy. Like, there were certain times you could have been slipped in, but Mason Mount can't make that pass. He's not that guy. You know what I'm saying? He's okay, but he's not that guy. So these are the games that Bruno's still going to miss. Wolves tomorrow, Leeds away. Leeds are playing all right. I keep telling you, look, Leeds are okay. I think Leeds stay in the league, you know. And I don't even expect Leeds to be good away from home, but they played well against the Mackhams yesterday. But at their home ground, it's different. That home ground for Leeds is mental. Then you got Burnley. Really, we should get 9 points. And that will put us at a good place, especially with this top four. Liverpool's moving mad. Chelsea's moving shaky. We should put our feet to the gas and get that. And then before you know it, we play Brighton in the FA Cup. And then Bruno's back at Man City. And remember, like I said to you, 18th of January, so one day after the Man City game, if Ahmad and Mbeumo make the final of AFCON, which is very unlikely, but let's just say it did happen, Cameroon play Ivory Coast in the final, that's when they come back the day after Man City. So Bruno comes back for Man City, but then Ahmad and Mbeumo come back, and then they should be here for the Mbeumo, for the Arsenal game, sorry. So we'll see. Obviously, one of them will be back, Mazraoui, Ahmad, or Ahmad, Mazraoui, or Mbeumo. Obviously, we know we would rather have Mbeumo or Ahmad back than Mazraoui, because Mazraoui barely even plays anyway. He hasn't been playing leading up to AFCON. But it is where it is anyway. So that's the latest that the AFCON boys are going to be gone for these 5 games. That's the maximum. But obviously, if they get knocked out a bit earlier, they might be back for Burnley. They might be back for Brighton. Who knows? But Bruno Fernandes is meant to be back for the Manchester City game. And you know Amorim, you don't like rushing players back. So we'll see what happens with that one there. So that's the situation with that, man. I'm going to share my screen and get a few of these chats. And then, yeah, man, smash the likes, my peoples, man. Let's get these likes up, man. You don't know we're here every day, man. This is nothing new. Big up yourself, Sam, my guy. Andrew, hope you're good, broski. How was the game live? Quick question, Mitch. Why does Jay Fletcher have a spot again ahead of Sekou Kone? Was Sekou Kone on the bench? I was at the game, but I didn't, you know, when you don't pay attention, bro. I didn't pay attention to what was on the bench because I already knew the team we had to more or less put out. So you knew Ugarte and Casemiro had to play. You knew it had to be Mount. So I didn't really think of nothing. But was he on the bench, yeah? He went on the bench. He weren't on the bench. This is the Newcastle game here. Look, Man United, Newcastle. Sekou Kone weren't even on the bench. It was Shea Lacey, Mantato, Tyler Fletcher, Bayern Deer. They're the only that was left. So Kone weren't on the bench. But I hear what you lot are saying, though. Like, why is he not playing in general? But I think he just came back from an injury, bro. He came back from a head injury. So he's probably trying to dim him in there, bring him back in there a bit slower. You know what I mean? It probably sometimes it's like that. I'm a believer. Yeah, the believer thing is brewing still. He only wants United. He wants to be the best midfielder. He said he plays well when he's happy. You rate Kone, Mitch. What, Manu Kone, I've not really seen him that much, I'll be real. The Manu Kone guy, I've watched the 1-2 comp. He looks a bit slow, but what do I know? Do you know what I'm trying to say? Some people look slow and then there's still ballers. Zirkzee's pony. Didn't we get him for like 35 million? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We got him for 30, but what's this? We got him for 34 million Zirkzee pounds. So that's about 40 million euros. So we're selling him for 40 million euros. If we do that, we're basically getting our money back, which is smart, which is very good. Get Kone and Gallagher. I don't know much about this guy. Sorry, just joining. Is Arsenal win for Diamande? No, it's not Diamande. We got a next geezer that we're linked to him now. The geezer that's in the thumbnail. His name's Bazumo or something like that. I'll show you lot in a second. No, it's not. Hope Brighton can sell Belieber to us. January would, 100%. I wonder how much for, though. I hope we don't get bumped. If Cheeto goes to Napoli, they'll better. Yeah, it's true, isn't it? Napoli move mad. It's a different league, bro. It's an Italian league. It's a bit slower. And you got the man Hoyland moving like it's the end of the world. Like, they move like it's crazy. They're going to Italian league and doing all of this, bro. It's crazy. I reckon we get Guy if we get Champions League. If we get Champions League, Maguire or Guy or Bastoni in. But if we fail, Maguire and Casemiro renews. I hate Ineos. Yeah. I reckon them man go, though. I'll be wrong. I reckon Maguire and Casemiro are going to go. But it's just if we're going to think. I don't know if we're going to replace them properly. We're definitely going to replace them. But are we going to replace them properly is the question. That's all it is. And Maguire is known for the leadership. Casemiro helps out with the set pieces. And he's a beast in that midfield. Let's be real. He does what he needs to do. And that's why now I think about midfielders. You want them to have loads of speed and that. But sometimes, look at Casemiro. He's got no speed and he's still calm. Bruno Guimaraes, he's not fast at all. And he's still a baller. So it's like, you know what I mean? Same with Rodri. And look at this. We just got this from 4:43. We've got some news from the Athletic. Man United are one of the clubs battling Real Madrid for the signature of AZ Alkmaar. Keith Smith, bro. We're not getting Keith Smith, bro. This is another Vivel type of smart little signing type of thing. And Newcastle were looking at him for a minute. Chelsea were looking at him. But, brother, Real Madrid is in that race. And Real Madrid are really serious about him. Let's forget about it, bro. I don't think he picks us. Do you know what I'm saying? He's meant to be the new Pedri, the next Pedri. He's a baller. And they're saying that they want £52 million for him. I think he's only like 19 years old. £52 million is crazy. That's how much they rate him. So I don't think it happens, man. He's 19 years old. I don't think it happens. But he's a baller. And he's been balling out for them as well. And they've said, I think they sold Reinders to Milan. And they said they want to get a club record, etc. Boom, boom, boom. And my man's a proper starter over there, everything. So I don't know, man. I don't think that one there happens still, I'll be real. But, yeah, let me get that one there. Watched Sekou Kone versus Dortmund. I think Amorim is intentional not giving him because you might be, yeah, exactly. So it might be a thing where let's go and get another midfielder and then we can, do you know what I'm saying? It might be a situation like that. We've shown him that we've got a midfielder that's already there. It's calm. Definitely not better than Kone, yeah. But remember, Kone just came from injury. It could be something to do with the injury thing. He's been back for a while, played for Mali. Oh, yeah, it's true. He is. He did score 2 goals. It's true. I don't know, man. It's a weird one still. We'll see what happens. Let me show you a lot more news now then. So this is the geezer, by the way, 21st, yeah? This is the geezer. Man United and Arsenal are preying him. And he's being linked with Yan Diamande heavy. They're in the same metrics for everything. Dribbling, carries, everything. So, and he's a bit younger. He's 19 and he's 45 million euros. That's about 36, 37 million pounds. Yan Diamande is going to be 87 million pounds. So we'll see what happens with that one there. So this is some positive stuff. Look at that. Man United improved. Has Man United improved from last season under Ruben Amorim? Recall that he hasn't touched the defence yet. We haven't really bought no one in defence. No centre-backs have been bought since Ruben's been there. That's what they're basically trying to say. we've only really got wing backs and wingers. But look at that. Last season, we ranked 14th at this time when it came to Christmas. 22 points, 21 goals scored, -3 goal difference. And then this season, we've got 5. We're 5th. And really, we should have been more up than that. West Ham, Everton, all of these games are still in my head from early, Fulham and that. But it is what it is. 29 points, 32 goals. So that's 11 goals scored more. And we're +4 on the goal difference now. We're not in deficit. We don't owe no one no goals no more. So this is the situation with, what's man saying? I don't even think it's a question. Why is he asking a question that he knows the answer to? Has Man United improved? You can tell we have. You know what I'm saying? And then obviously when it comes to goals and all of that, I think we got we're like second when it comes to goals scored or something like that to Manchester City. So it is where it is, man. And then we've got this from, look at this now. So I've been showing you stuff about Manu Kone. Vivell wanted him at Chelsea. And now there's been talks about we wanted him. And there's talks about he's agreed already. He's going to leave in June and come to us. I don't know. But Dean Jones Soccars came out this morning and said Man United are evaluating alternative options this January if they decide to move for a midfielder. So remember, the talk's always been that we want to go and get a midfielder, but we want to go get someone that's going to be here long term. We don't want to get no midfielder that's going to be here for... What's the point of getting a midfielder that's going to be here for a few years and then try to get rid of them? What is the point of that? So it's been talks. We're going to try and get someone that's going to be here long term. Names being looked at include James Garner, Manu Kone, and Goretzka. Goretzka's basically leaving on a free. So we're looking at him for what? Because he's got experience. This guy, I don't really rate him. Manu Kone could probably put in a little bit more of a shift. Garner, they're rating him. He's an academy player. Basically, all of them are more or less got like 6 months left on their contract. So they're more like market opportunities. That's what it is. It's market opportunities. Because they've all like got like 4 or 5... Yeah, they got to like June. I don't know about Kone. He's the only one that I'm not sure about. But the rest of them, all their contracts run out. Garner's contract is running out in June. He's a free agent in June. So is Goretzka. So this is what I'm saying. This is them just showing us that we're basically linked with anyone that's running out of contract. Manu Kone's thing, Manu Kone is not running out for now. It's running out in 2029. But there's talks about Manu Kone coming to Man United. There's a lot of talks about that. So I don't know what's going on. And look, I'll share my screen on Google. You just go to Google and you can see, look, Roma rule out January exit for Manu Kone. Manu Kone, Man United are closing in. Man United considering move. Perfect Man United midfield target. So much Man United. It's crazy. Roma midfielder linked to Man United. Everywhere. I don't know why, bro. I don't know why it's gone so mad, but we're definitely linked with him where they keep linking us with him. I've never seen anything from Manu Kone. This is what I'm saying. I've just heard his name in the pipeline. Go for Manu Kone. But I've never seen anything certified from him. I've never seen anything or heard anything mad that it's like you have to go and get my man type of thing. So I don't know, man. We'll see what happens. But Garner's not too bad. He's okay. Really, we should have never let him go. But this is Eric Ten Hag for you. You nearly let us sell Ahmad to Fulham. Do you know what I'm saying? This is what he's on. So we'll see what happens, man. No club-to-club talks have started yet, but they're on the list. And then we've got this stuff about Zirkzee. This came out yesterday as well. This is from, this is basically tier 1 in the Dutch side of things. When we're looking for Eric Ten Hag news and that, these are the guys that man will get into. The VI, NL, and Juiced. Them man, they know what they're talking about. And he said Roma is making a serious push for Zirkzee. The striker is eager to join Serie A. An agreement with the Italians is no longer an issue. Man United, as the final say, the Dutchman believes Gasperini can revive his World Cup chances. Remember, Gasperini, he was the manager for Atlanta. He's cold. Won the Europa and all of that. So, yeah, man, he wants to go there. Zirkzee wants to go. And obviously, that's why he probably knows about it. They're Dutch. So they know what's going on because he's Dutch as well and whatnot. And obviously, yesterday, Fabrizio hit us with the bomber and told us that they made a bid for Zirkzee. We've got this about this kid. We keep having this guy, Nathaniel Brown. So much times he keeps coming out and they're saying basically that we're linked with him. Apparently he plays for Frankfurt. He's a left back. He's meant to be good, but I think he might be American or something. But they're saying 70 million for a left back that man's never heard of. So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? 70 million. Maybe he's good and I'm just not tapped into the German football like that. But Man United are monitoring this left back. He's 22 years old. Standard Sport, and yeah, they're just gassing him up. But every single 2 months, we hear something about this shoot. So I don't know, bro. Obviously, we do need a left wing back. So maybe it's an easy story to make up. Yo, Man United need a left wing back. Just put Man United in it. It could be a situation like that. I've never seen him play. I've never heard anything mad about him. But he just keeps getting linked with us. So we'll see. This is Sancho stuff. This is something that we more or less already knew. You know what? Let me just read it here from Fabrizio Romano so you can it fully. So Fabrizio, obviously, this is before he said, yeah, look, Man United have received a bid from Roma for Zirkzee. It's a loan with a potential obligation to buy. Roma have an agreement with Zirkzee. Zirkzee is ready to go to Roma. It depends on Man United to give the green light. I've told you lot already. I think we give the green light when the guys come back from AFCON. We've got too much injuries at the moment. You're not going nowhere, bro. We're not going to leave ourselves hanging. You're seeing the players we're having to field because of the injuries already. It's mad. So what is the point of... We've got Dallo, right wing, and Dorgu on the left, or the other way. Like, it's mental at the moment. So he's ready to go Roma. I think Roma's just got to sit down and say, we're going to be patient and wait. We told them, yo, we'll give the green light. Just give us to these guys coming from AFCON. I think we'll be all right. Man United spoke with the agent of Ruben Neves about several topics, but didn't send no bid. Neves' contract expires in the summer. So his contract's expiring. Al Hilal made a proposal to extend the contract, but as of today, he's still not decided to sign a new contract, which is crazy because he's on 300K over there, no tax. If he comes back over here to Europe, he's going to have to cut his wages in half to like 180, 150, maybe 200 and get taxed. So he's saying, I want to go back to Europe so bad. I don't know what's going on over there for him, but he don't want to stay over there in Saudi. That he's saying, bro, forget the money. I want to play some proper football again. So Ruben Neves is an opportunity. It's a market opportunity. Apparently offered himself to Real Madrid. They said no. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. And then we got Jadon Sancho, the freedom fighter. He's out of contract in summer 2026. Man United have an option to extend for 1 year. But from what I'm told, Man United have already been clear with people close to Sancho that the chapter is over. It's done. Villa are paying for basically your whole wages right now. Soon as it finishes, the loan at the end of the season, peace out, bro. I don't think he's got anything at Man United at this time. Everything's already probably gone because the loan can't get chopped in half. It can't. There's no chop fee. You see how with Chelsea at the end, they had this stuff about obligation and nah, bro, there's none of that. There's no January clause that can say, yeah, we're sending him back because of certain appearances. No. Villa's got to pay for everything. You're over there. You're their problem until the end of the season, and then it is what it is. So that's the situation with Jadon Sancho. It's done. There's no more talks. He's got his freedom. He just needs to worry about getting off the bench a few more times over there. You get me? So that's the situation. That's what Fabrizio hit us with yesterday. That was the bomber for all of them. Zirkzee, are we going to say no? Are we going to tell Roma, yo, hang on for 15 days? Or are we just going to tell them straight up and down, like, brother, he's not going nowhere. Yeah, we got a situation at the moment when we get players in, but maybe we get rid of Zirkzee and then we go for one of these players. Who knows? It's all a weird one, but as long as we know it's obligation, we're going to get our money so we can go and spend it anyway. So we'll see. You know that obviously we've scored the most set pieces in the league, even more than Arsenal, which is crazy. I think Arsenal scored the most goals from corners. We've scored the most goals from set pieces. Big difference. Remember, we scored 2 free kicks, one against Crystal Palace, Mason Mount, one against who was the last team? Bournemouth. So we've scored a few like set pieces, like throw-ins and all of that mad stuff. So, but corners, I think Arsenal, they're the corner team. But where set piece in general, we've been doing our thing. And Leeds is up there as well. Remember, we're playing Leeds next. After, is it Leeds or is it Burnley next? I think it's Leeds. It's Leeds next, sorry. Sunday. It's Leeds. So, and they're good at set pieces. And they've got their players that are there for set pieces. Our players that score from our set pieces are not there. Bruno assists all these set pieces. Ahmad has scored a 1-2. Casemiro, we know he's the main one. He's obviously going to be there, but he's the only one. De Ligt's not there. Maguire. These are the guys that contribute to the set piece. No one else really does. And second half of Villa, when we had none of these players, you knew when that ball was going into the box, there was no one that was going to header it. We saw Cunha try a header. It's not going anywhere. And that's the thing I say about Sesko. I don't really rate. He's come in, we rate him, we thought he's going to be the guy when it comes to headering and that. The man can't header nothing. I haven't seen the man header anything. That's the only thing about Sesko that I get a bit worried about. It's like, how's the man not headed one thing? I haven't seen him even have a chance with a header, which is crazy. So it is where it is, man. Let me see what's going on with the man then. But yeah, man. So we'll see what happens when we get to thing. Man said they're calling him the German Ugarte. That's crazy. Bro, he's slow. He reminds me of Souček. Every time I see him, he reminds me of Souček. He looks so slow. So I'm not on it. I'm not on that Goretzka. And that's stuff that we used to do before. We used to do them type of signings, free agents. Hell no. Come on, man. Manu Kone, probably fake. We can't agree shit with me. Told him that they want first picks. Anything. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking, how can it be done yet? But it could be a situation where it's a verbal agreement. Do you know what I'm saying? Where they pull it out there that, yo, we're going to sign him. It's verbally agreed. You know them ones? Who knows? Bumcho. I said he needs to focus on his gal. Hey, you're funny. You're killing me. So, yeah, man, that's the situation, man. So let me show you a bit of the presser of Ruben Amorim, obviously saying what he's saying. Look, this is the talks about Keith Smith. It came out from the 28th. 52 million. Real Madrid, Barcelona, Newcastle, forget about them. They're not getting anything from this. They're a myth. They're not getting anything. So, yeah, this is what's going on. There was talks about we were front runners for Semenyo. We think that he's not going to get no game time, but it is what it is. He's made his decision and he's gone there. Whatever, innit? It is what it is, bro. Like, man, just hope he flops when he plays against us. I hope he bangs when he plays against the other teams, but against us, I hope he flops. You know what I'm saying? So just like he was quiet. In the Bournemouth game, he was quiet until we scored that goal. So this is some more news now. We're going to get into the presser. If there's acknowledgement at Man United that the Euros form has faltered slightly of late, there's no sense of alarm. Any recent dip is viewed as nothing out of the ordinary for such a young player. His work ethic does not go unnoticed at the training ground. Euro's response to his recent struggles has been put to extra gym sessions alongside external work away from the club. So they're basically saying that he's doing too much. Do you understand? His recent struggles has been put to extra sessions in the gym. I've been hearing this, that he's always first there and whatnot, but he needs to chill out then. All these extra gym sessions, chill, because we need you fit on the pitch, doing what you need to do. And obviously, man, I see a lot of people, like, they're just quick to rub out the players, bro. Man's young. You can't rub him out, bro. Like, it is where it is, isn't it? Everyone goes for a little spell. Social media is crazy now. Everyone wants everyone to be top class. Every player. You come through as a young player, you got to score 20 goals, shit. Like, it's mad now. The pressure's a bit mad on them. But it is what it is. Cool. So Amorim speaks about the injured players, and he says that, no, I don't know how Mace is going to be for that game. Like, what are we doing here? What do you mean you don't know? How is he going to play or not? And this is what I'm saying about Mason Mount. He's so up and down. I think Kobe, Bruno, De Ligt, and Harry Maguire will not be ready either. So I think we are not going to have more players. If Mason Mount is injured, who is the 10? This is crazy, bro. What are we like? It's mad. It's crazy, bro. The players back for Leeds. Bruno was already saying that he needs to train, but we don't know. Corey Mainu is going to start on the pitch, so we'll see. Mateus is struggling a little bit. Harry is the same. So I don't expect to have the players for this game. For the other game, I don't know. Bro, we heard De Ligt was injured for a small time. Yeah, it's a little knock, nothing major. Bro, it was De Ligt and Mount that got injured, I think, after the Tottenham game. Mount came back. This guy's been injured ever since. We heard it was nothing. It was just a little thing. Crazy. Building momentum. Yeah, of course, we need to. They showed that against Arsenal, they could at least 1 point. They could at least got a point. They talk about Wolves. So in the Premier League, you never know. They have their problem. We have our problems, but there are no excuses. We need to win, so we'll try to win the game. We need to slap them, bro. I'll be real. But obviously, Wolves, since that game, they've actually been playing kind of well. I'll be real. They didn't play bad against Liverpool. They actually had a few chances against Liverpool in the second half. And against Arsenal, we saw what they done. So maybe it's a thing where they're just better away from home this season. But come on. Our system was too much for them at their ground. We should be able to do the same thing. And the only player that scored for them is that Bellegarde geezer, and he's injured. So what are we doing here? We just need to deal with him. Either way. No chance he plays against Wolves. No chance. Talking about Bruno. Because remember, we've heard little reports about Bruno. He should be back for Man City. But we haven't had a confirmed article. We haven't had it from Man United. We haven't heard it from Amorim. He'll be out for 3 weeks. Or see, like from Amorim, he told us Sesko will be back when the AFCON boys go to AFCON. We haven't had that. So no one actually knows when Bruno is back. We've just got little reports saying he should be back for the Man City game. So we don't know. So they're going to keep asking him every game, basically. So we just saying no chance. Sometimes I have one idea. Jason has another one. But we always make common ground. He's just talking about the players, etc., that they're looking at in the transfer window, etc. But you can't change everything. Also got to understand manager, understands the way of playing, blah, blah, blah. Boom, boom, boom. On the surprising, yeah, obviously, remember, he surprised Iriola. He surprised, who's the other guy? Because remember, we went 4 at the back with Iriola. That's the first game that we done it. So he shocked him. And then we just moved to them in the first half. And then they just went mad. Do you know what I'm saying? And then obviously the same thing with Eddie Howe. We can say about the first 15 minutes or so. They were just shocked. They didn't know what to do. So he's saying, I remember the game from last year. I think they have more physicality. If we go in the back 5, they already knew the player that need to jump to and transform that game 1 against 1. 1 against 1 against this team, I think we lose. I'm just trying to improve in all the mistakes that I did in last season. I'm trying to learn a little bit and change things. So big him up, man. He's understanding what's going on. And he's understanding like, yo, I've got to adapt to certain situations. What you should have really done a year ago, let's be real. He should have done this a year ago. He should have understood certain things. But remember, he was a bit stubborn. He was going with his one system. Now it's like, you know what? I've got injuries. I've got people away. I've got to switch it up because this is mad. It's not going to work. I haven't got a right wing back like that. He's changing 1s and 2s. And he's actually trying to play games now with the managers. That's what you're always meant to do. It was never just, I'm going to stick to my system, play 3 at the back. So you'll have them man there sitting there training who to mark for the 3 at the back. You got to be here. He's going to try to overlap you. Everyone already knew what was going to do. Now, we don't, no one knows. Are they going to play a back 4? They're going to play a back 3. Who do you mark? Who do you jump to? It's crazy. So we can change even mid-game. We could be playing the back 4 and in mid-game say, yo, this ain't working. Go to a back 3. Didn't. Switches up everything for at least 15 minutes, get a goal, go back. Like, who knows? You can just do something. So it's all about adapting, man. It seems like he's finally adapting. It took him a bit of time, but it seems like we're finally there. Bruno, when he ain't playing, he cannot be the guy that's not talking and speaking when he's not playing. He's always speaking. That's why he's the captain. He has bad things sometimes, the way he moves his arms, but he has a lot of good things and he's always leading the game. The practice, every time he makes recovery, he's the guy that's going to watch other guys training in that day. So there's a lot of things that you guys don't see, but he does. He's a great leader. Because I see some people talking rubbish about why is Bruno there? Like, why not? He's the captain. What do you mean? Every team, you can see Arsenal when Saliba and all the men are injured, they come to the game with their normal clothes. Chelsea, Cole Palmer's there every week with his hood on. Who cares? But you had some people talking rubbish. Why is Bruno there? He shouldn't have to be there. Like, you see our fan base, they just chat shit for no reason. People just want to talk shit for no reason every single time. He's the guy, he's the leader, etc. Boom, boom, boom. And then there's talks about Ghana. So that's more or less the press up. Press down, man. That's more or less it, just broken down. What's that there? The transfer window opens in less than 55 hours. I reckon Semenyo is probably going to be the first signing. That's about it. You know what I mean? So that's more or less the news, man. I'll summarize it quickly for those that's just come in the chat. Smash the likes, my peoples. This is the geezer that we're linked with. Bazuma Toure. Us and Arsenal are linked with him. This is Arsenal aggregate page speaking about it. And then we've got Ekrem Kona saying the same thing. 45 million euros. Man United have launched an inquiry. He's in all the same metrics as Yan Diamande, who we're linked with as well. Look at that, everything. Yan Diamande, most carries. And he's half the price. Yan Diamande is 87 million euros, 87 million pounds, which is about 100 million euros. This guy's 45 million euros, 19. The same age as him. So, look, they both play for Ivory Coast. He's obviously on the bench with Ahmad and Yan Diamande start. He's on the bench. So we'll get to see him sometime, surely. But yeah, this is who we're linked with. And he could be the Zirkzee replacement. We've seen what we've seen for Zirkzee. Real Madrid sent some scouts to watch Adam Wharton. I've seen there's been some guy chat. I don't think we'll get him. Mickey van der Ven. Mason Mount might be back for the Wolves game. He might not. I don't know if he's trying to trick this Rob, what's his name? The Wolves guy, Rob, whatever his name is. If he's trying to trick him to say Mount's not going to play, I don't think it matters. You know what I mean? I think Wolves they're just so whack. It don't matter who you play. You know what I mean? That's obviously some progress. Last season, we ranked 14th. Now we're 5th. We had 22 points. Now we got 29. 21 goals. We scored last season. Now we scored 32. 11 goals more. And we was on -3 goal difference at this time. Christmas last year. Now we're on +4. So there's been a bit of progress. And then there's talks about James Garner. He's going to be a free in the summer. Manu Kone and Goretzka, who's also going to be a free in the summer, that we might be looking at them. Just on a free, get them for cheap in January, basically. Zirkzee, he's more or less gone. He wants to close the chapter and get his World Cup chances going. So he wants to go to Roma. There's talks about this Nathaniel Brown. I'm not too sure about him. I see the links about him all the time, but I don't really know him like that. So it is what it is, my peoples, man. That's all the news for you lot, more or less. Obviously, Sancho as well. It's over with him. It's done. It's not going to happen. As soon as the loan's done, he goes. So smash the likes, my peoples, man. Appreciate all of you lot, man. Rob Edwards, love for that. Appreciate that. That's it. Rob Edwards, the Wolves guy. I don't think it matters who we play. We can play Shea Lacey there. We should still get the W. But yeah, my peoples, love, man. Smash the likes. I'll do a 10-minute video with all the news, everything from now all the way to about 9, 10 o'clock. We'll be in that 10-minute update later on as well. Love.
Got some celebs, pull up local. You know we up next, pull up mobos. They gon' be there on repeat, they're like, oh no. Where's the mix it up, let's take a photo now. For now, I'm local. For now, preserve the beat, I'm more loud. I said,